We're going to talk a little bit about Azure Virtual Desktop. I know there's some questions about what is it, what's all going on. So one of the biggest things that we deal with are users accessing information, whether they have to hit that with a VPN, whether they have to connect to it in some other method in the cloud. And so Azure Virtual Desktop allows for a full Windows environment to be accessed from pretty much anywhere. All of your applications, all the stuff that you use on a daily basis, you don't have to be tied here in the office anymore. You can connect to that from anywhere. And so there's a couple different ways that we talk about, like kind of the old method and then the new method with Azure Virtual Desktop that we can connect to things. So the first is that, your traditional method, you always have a PC, you have a laptop, you have something here that you walk up to your desk and you're signed into all the time. On the new side, you have a virtual environment that you can connect to kind of from anything. And so we'll talk a little bit about how you get there, what that looks like. But the difference is I'm not having to issue you a CCP device or company device anymore in the same way. The other one comes from how we manage it from an IT perspective. So we have to do individual app deployment on every single device. So marketing gets, Adobe Suite and things like that. Sales has our CRM and other lines of business. Accounting gets QuickBooks or whatever finance app that we're using. We have to do that every single time. Every time you get a machine, every time you get a new machine, we have to put those on there. We have centralized management and app control from the AVD side, that we can make packages that come together that when you sign in, hey, you get this set of applications. I don't have to deploy them every single time. They're deployed kind of underneath. And when you sign in as a user, hey, you get these applications available to you. So I don't necessarily have to deploy that every single time to a net new device when you get that. The other one is that just in general of like when we're supporting those, when it comes to taking care of your machine, our IT management for things, we have to manage all of those devices. So we have to put, MDR, antivirus software on there. We have to put all of our management tools on there. And so when we do this, it's each individual device each time that has all those management tools on there. From this perspective, we just have the server management underneath there. So it's one machine that we're managing and deploying all our tool sets on, and we can manage those individual sessions where each person is logging in. And so it streamlines, simplifies things from an overall IT management for our customers and for our clients. It's cheaper. I'm not managing 15 devices for 15 people. I'm managing a single server. So there's a cost benefit there. And then the last one is that accessibility that we were talking about. So here, and you guys are used to this when you're working with like large files, it's local only. So if you're hitting stuff here, you have to either be on your machine physically in front of it and then hitting the network that's here if you've got things. This one has cloud access. It's accessible anywhere. So in the same way that you can get to your email from anywhere in the world, you have an internet connection and a device, you can get to your virtual desktop like you're sitting here from anything, from your phone, from a laptop, from a tablet, and get to all your stuff like normal. So the big thing of this, when we talk about what this looks like too, so when you get into engineering space, when you get into our technicians that need a little bit more powerful machine, when you're doing graphics or sound type stuff, we have to take this PC and we have to get you something that has the resources that you need in order to do that. So that device has specific requirements, cost requirements, things like that. When you move over to this side, one of the things that's here is that the server is the one that's doing all the heavy lifting. So your device that you're using, we can spend a couple $100s on a machine for you now because it doesn't need all the RAM and the graphics processing and all the other heavy lifting and resources. The server has that. And so device deployment can become cheaper, more cost effective, and you can do all the heavy lifting on the back end. It also means that your devices don't have the data. So one of the things that we talk about for traditional model for things is that device has all your stuff on it. If you lose that device, lost, stolen, theft, or anything like that, you spill coffee on it in the morning, anything like that, all that data, if you don't have it backed up, is on that machine. And so there's more emphasis on the significance and importance of that device. On here, everything lives on the server. So there's nothing native or local on your device. So if that device is lost or stolen, you don't really lose anything. You can kind of think of AVD as like a streaming service. So you've got your traditional model, that was your Blockbuster, you're gonna go rent a DVD or a Blu-ray, right? And so you have to have that, you have to have a specific piece of equipment to use to play that. This is like a streaming service. In this case, whether you have an Apple computer, an iPad, an Android tablet, a Windows machine, in any of those scenarios, you can go get to your stuff. You can stream it. Just like you can take your phone and stream something while you're out and about and get home and hop on your computer and stream it, or hop on your TV, that's a smart TV and connected, and you can stream it that way too. So provides a ton of flexibility for scalability, provides a ton of flexibility for reduced IT overall management for things, and presents a really good cost-effective way for you to be able to scale up and down versus having hardware on hand to scale up and down that might sit there for a couple months while you don't have the users. Hopefully you found this content helpful. If you are interested in more content like this, please like and subscribe.